To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
The wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hello. Welcome back to the Wildest POD in the Wilderness. I am your host, Matthew, and today I don't have Tori, actually. Sorry, everyone. Instead, I have my local ball knower, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon, for joining me on this one.
Thanks for inviting me. It's great to be here. Can't say I'll be able to list the most optimal picks, but I will list the picks that come first to mind. Feel free to criticize and tell me I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm going to stand by what I say, right or wrong. So I'm ready to get going whenever you are. And thank you, Matt, for hosting today. I'm really looking forward to this. This seems really fun, in my opinion, and also, I don't know, it's just good to talk to you again, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, good to talk to you, man. You know, that's what college does to everyone, you know, and I bet a lot of people out there, they can relate to, you know, everyone just being so busy at this part of your life, you know.
Exactly.
I hope it gets better, but, you know, you never really know. First year, you go to different schools, and then you get lives.
Exactly. I mean, you just go with the flow. That's what I do. That's what I'm going to try to do.
And I know for, you know, you might take a look at the title of this episode, and you're like, Matt, this is a Disney podcast. Why the hell are we talking about the NFL draft and everything like that? Well, as of recording, tomorrow is the NFL draft. Well, I probably will post it the first day of the draft. So tonight is the NFL draft. And in honor of the 2025 draft, we thought, you know, let's create a great 22-man roster team, you know, the starters, just through Disney characters. And that is going to include, I'm going to go over the rules in a second, but, you know, we just thought in a little extra episode, we're still going to have an episode with Tori come out soon. We already have it recorded. We're just going to put it out. But yeah, we just thought we'd give you a little fun extra one. And Tori doesn't know necessarily all the football positions. Like, I asked her, she was like, well, why can't I join you guys? And I said, Tori, tell me what a slot corner does. And she was like, I have no idea. Is he on offense? And I was like, all right, I'm getting one of my friends.
There you go. I'll do what I can to fill in for Tori. I'll do what I can.
But yeah, normal podcast episode coming soon. We'll talk about more Disney news and everything. But today's a game day. So Brandon, do you have your draft board ready?
I do. I can't say I have backups though, so I'll have to think on my feet a little bit. But this should be fun regardless.
Yeah. I picked backups.
You have more preparation than I do. It's all right though.
But you probably have some of the characters that I got though, so
we'll find out.
Let's go over the rules real quick. All right, so it's going to be a 22-round draft consisting of Disney characters, and this is going to include Star Wars and Marvel. All right, 11 offense and 11 defense, no particular order. All right, we're doing no kickers, no punters. All right, no special teams, just 11 offense, 11 defense.
It's just Star Wars and Marvel, you said?
Yeah. You know, Star Wars, Marvel's, classic Disney.
Oh, classic Disney too? Okay.
Classic Disney. So the cartoons, the animated stuff, Pixar, stuff like that.
Okay.
Once a player goes off the board, the other drafter may not choose them. So if I pick Mickey Mouse with my pick, Brandon is not allowed to pick Mickey Mouse for the rest of the game. A character may not use their special powers if applicable, only can rely on athleticism alone. So the example I put is if you choose Iron Man as your wide receiver, he cannot just fly above everyone.
It would just be Tony Stark.
Yeah. But, you know, like if you pick, say, who's really athletic? I don't know. Steve Rogers. Right? He's athletic. He can go about. He doesn't fly. Like that, those powers alone that are like athletic and everything like that instead of like straight up flying.
Yeah. I was about to ask
That's a
because technically Steve has like super strength, doesn't he? But he can't use that.
Yes.
Or can he use it?
Yeah, no, he can't
Okay.
use it. Or like Luke Skywalker using the
Yeah,
Force.
you can't
Like
do-
if he's
yeah.
like, oh no, I'm gonna Force stop you. That just seems like
So
cheating.
physical attributes only.
Yeah. Characters who exceed normal height cannot be selected. So they are giants in some old Mickey cartoons.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And everything like that. No, absolutely not.
That's
If you just
unfair.
have a left tackle that's bigger than the Empire State Building,
Yeah.
standing in the middle of the field.
like the
It's kinda
Titans
ridiculous.
from Hercules.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a good comparison.
Yeah. A character must be selected to a specific position. So just a little reminder for us, when we select a person, make sure that we're saying the position that we're drafting them for, just to keep it interesting.
Yeah, got it.
Once one of us selects a character, let's provide some evidence and analysis, why would they be good? So we're going to give you all that. We're going to give you our take as to why we put them there, why we're drafting them. And the draft order will be a normal order, so not a snake. Neither of us are going back to back. And we're going to figure out who's going to draft first. So Brandon, look at me in the camera. You can see me, right? Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, I thought you were fist bumping me.
Oh, we're fist bumping?
My bad.
Yeah, man, here
Alright,
you
here
go.
you
All right, ready?
Rock.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, sorry.
Ah, damn.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going first.
You got it.
Okay. And no particular order, like position-wise. It's just go.
No, it's whoever. If you see that it's value-wise, man. So if you think that somebody is a better value character, you might want to pick them first.
All right. Are we starting now? Am I on the clock? Oh, is there like a countdown?
You're on. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-da-da.
With the first pick in the 2025 Disney Draft, fictional draft, I select James P. Sullivan from Monsters, Inc. at center. At center. So
Oh, that was my
I know.
pick. No.
so when you mentioned this whole thing, right? I was like, you know what, Monsters Inc. I remember them having a football thing, at least seen in that movie. So, or it was Monsters University, right? Monsters University when they had it.
Yeah.
So I can't do that giant blob guy because that's not fair. But Sully, on the other hand, he's a big dude. He can block for you. He's athletic. He can move with his feet. I don't know if you saw him dancing in the movie, but he can do this a little nimble on his feet. So I think in terms of like blocking, he's definitely good there. Also, he's really smart. He's caring. Like he's not gonna like roll you over all the time, but like he'll have your back too. Like he's very good for morale as well. And also like the fluff, man. Like you can't if it's gonna be in the way of the people trying to run through him, because they're gonna have to run into him and then also get blinded by his hair. See that physical attribute kind of a little bit. Imagine that. But yeah, now Sully, number one pick. I'm putting that on my sheet to Klingman. Yeah, good dude. Probably could be a great player. He's a great prospect too. But yeah, that's my pick.
A great prospect.
Has potential to be
So I gotta admit, he was on my board. I had him in the right guard spot.
the right guard spot.
But that's nice. Okay. I guess I'm on the clock.
We're on the clock, sir.
All right. Who do I want to go? All right. I'm also following you with the offensive line. Big offensive
You
line.
got to
guy.
build up front. Build the trenches.
You have to. And with my first pick in the Disney Fantasy Draft, Matthew Sweeney selects Mr. Incredible out of the
Gosh, I
Incredibles,
was so
right tackle.
wanted him bad.
This man is
Huge.
my NFL comp is Lane Johnson. And I may be a biased Eagles fan, but you look at him and he is Lane Johnson, the best right tackle in the game. This man is huge, especially when he gets into shape halfway through the movie. This guy's insane. He is super strong. He's able to He's able to clear ways for our running back that we'll draft later and protect our passer.
I like that comp too, because what is he, he's six something. He's over 6 foot, but he's really strong. He's really big. He's very hard to get around. Very light on his feet too, incredibly. Pun intended, not intended.
Incredibly.
But no, I like that pick. I was, in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, he's probably going to take up Mr. Incredible or someone else on my board. So, but it's okay. That's why we have backups in this draft.
He was Mr. Incredible was the first person I had picked when I was picking out my offensive line room. I was like, I want Mr. Incredible.
Not a bad
But
pick.
Sully was second.
Yeah, not a bad pick. Hey, we just alternated. All right. You on the clock next? You got the next pick?
No, you do. We're not going back.
We're not going back. Okay. All right. With the third overall pick in the Disney draft.
It is the third
overall pick. I select Wreck-It Ralph as my left tackle. So, a little bit of context here. Wreck-It Ralph, supposed to be a bad guy, but his size, and he's also, not only that, like, just like Sully, he's also nimble on his feet. He can block on the left. In terms of my comp, though, it's tough because I really wanted to put him at guard, but I'll need him at tackle. Like you said, Lane Johnson, pretty similar in terms, except he's a little bit more stocky. I would say a little more stocky compared to Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible is like big in the middle. Ralph has bigger arms. So he's a little more stocky on the outside. So that might limit his ability to like turn and stuff. And he like swing around, but he has gigantic hands. Like gigantic. He does not need to move them anywhere except like in front of him to block. And honestly, I want to keep that pick. I like Wreck-It Ralph. If you have any comments, Matt, feel free. But yes, I do take him as my left tackle.
I 100% had him. He was there, I really like the pick. There's no problems with this pick, really. I mean, his name is Wreck-It Ralph. He's going to wreck up that defensive line. All right? I think he's a day one starter.
Day one starter. I agree.
Day one starter. I don't know if I would have. He's a stockier guy. I don't know how his back kick would be. I'd maybe put him more at guard than left tackle personally, but I like the pick. I like the pick. He seems like a guy who could slim down and maybe surprise me. More of a power left tackle, but I like the pick. I like the pick.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, I know the first 3 picks have been offensive line. We really value it. We really value it
Build
here.
them trenches.
You do, but let's. I don't know if I wanted to take my left tackle next. I did, but I don't think you thought of this guy at left tackle.
I might have not.
So, or at all.
Let me hear it.
And when I say it, I'm not going to pick him now. I'm not picking him in the second round.
Oh, you're not going to...
Probably going to pick him in the third or fourth.
Okay.
But quarterback, I'm going quarterback.
Let's hear it.
So for my second pick, I'm going Luke Skywalker, quarterback.
Skywalker. Okay.
Luke Skywalker, all right? Who do you want commanding your offense? Now, if the answer is anything other than Jedi, you're insane.
They literally study the mind.
This man is dedicated. This man is everything you want in a quarterback. He will be dedicated in the lab, putting in the reps, because that's what it takes to become a Jedi, and that's what it takes to become a perfect quarterback. This guy's the mental fortitude.
I like that analysis. In terms of, like, if you know anything about Star Wars, you know that they literally study the mind and the Force all the time. But now, if you can't use the Force, but even so, he's a very smart individual. He can think on his feet. He's very fast at processing. Probably on the football field, if you're trying to run a play and it breaks down, you can easily pick up where it could go next. Like, I can't see any problems with that pick. I like the pick. I do like the pick. I'm very surprised you went quarterback. Your second pick, but I like the pick.
I'm surprised I went quarterback, but because a lot of these guys, they're maybe not the first person you think of when you come to these movies. The first person I think of when I think of Star Wars is probably Luke Skywalker.
Iconic.
And iconic. It's him and Darth Vader. And I didn't want you to sneak Luke Skywalker in anywhere. I don't know if you'd put him at receiver or anything. I just couldn't have that personally.
And he's got
there.
good size too. I mean,
Good
pretty
size.
tall. To probably see over the line. Although Mr. Incredible is really tall though.
Look, I think if there's a comp to Tom Brady, it's Luke Skywalker.
Okay. I like that comp. He's pretty much like, you get protagonist like kind of feel with Luke Skywalker. Tom Brady, he's the GOAT of football, obviously, and I really am a Tom Brady hater because I'm a Steelers fan and I dislike Tom Brady for owning us. But I have respect for his game, and obviously you guys know that Mahomes trying to catch him, but we'll see. Only time will tell. But Tom Brady, interesting comp, but I do like the comp. All right. Well, you picked up your QB, huh? All right. Am I on the clock now?
I did, but it doesn't mean you have to.
No, I'm probably not for a little bit. It depends on who you pick next, but with my, what is it? Fourth pick?
It's the third pick. Third round.
Third round? Okay. With my next pick, I'm going to select a running back here. Select a running back.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, you might have had him on your list, but dude, can't miss me with Dash from the Mr. Incredibles. You can't miss me with Dash on the Incredibles, bro. Nah.
He was my two. He was my backup.
Not so. A little rundown on Dash. He's not the biggest guy on the field, but he's very nimble and he's very fast. Now, powers aside, he's still pretty good and he's twitchy. That's what I like about him. He's twitchy. Like, you can be going one way and he'll juke you and go the other. Like, he's very twitchy. Like, in my opinion, kind of reminds me. You know what? I know Antonio Brown's a receiver, but have you ever seen his return game? He was very jukey.
Ooh.
I like because he was and he was deceivingly fast. Like, that's what I like about him. Because when you see a Dash, he looks very circular. Don't get me wrong, he looks like an oval, but when he has legs that move. So, for my logic and my picks for this one, I mean, I like Dash. And dude, hand him the ball. He's going to the house. I mean, I will just say that
He came in second when he tried out for sports.
he did come in second.
The movie.
Yeah, he did have to. He even led up too. He didn't even try. He did not try 100%. So
he aimed for
yeah,
second. He didn't earn second. He aimed
deliberately picked going second, which is, you know what? I respect the humbleness too. But if he needs to win, he will go and get the win.
I like the Dash pick. I could have easily made him my first running back choice, but he was my backup, which makes me not go for my running back right now because I don't think you're going to pick who I have at 1. Now, I might switch the focus over to defense.
Okay. Let's see it.
I think I'm going to right now.
Oh, boy.
And am I? Nah, I'm going to do left tackle.
He's picking his tackle. He's going back to the line.
I'm going left tackle.
Okay.
It's the second most important position of the football
That's
field.
true.
Have you seen Lilo and Stitch?
Oh boy, better not be who I think it is. but say
Baby, it's Cobra Bubbles.
Dude. Dang it.
It's Cobra Bubbles.
You know what's funny? That never crossed my mind.
Did you have him?
Oh my lord. Oh, it's him! The dude in the suit.
It's Cobra Bubbles.
Oh, that's a good pick.
This man looks like he played left tackle
Looks
at like LSU.
Oh my god. That's a crazy...
I would not be surprised if this man had football in his background. He's insane.
Oh man.
Cobra Bubbles. Is he secretly Trent Williams?
Trent Williams.
He might be.
Interesting comp.
I love this pick.
Also, that too, like, bro, you see how smooth he looks? He has swag too. He has swag.
Do you see?
This is crazy. Damn, I can't believe I didn't pick him. I didn't think of it. Oh my lord.
Well, that means I reached. I reached on Bubbles.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like he's nice. He might be nice. Let me search. Hold on, because you building your line is making me think I should pick my line, but now I don't know if I want to go defense for my next pick. I'm so oh no.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking defense.
Oh man. All right. Well.
Yeah, I got my defense locked in. I know what I'm picking.
All right. Well.
But it's your
turn.
turn.
It is my turn. All right. Well, in the spirits of picking, you know what? I'm gonna pick my defensive tackle. Pick my defensive tackle.
No.
So.
Oh no.
I mean, there's so many Disney characters, right? I mean, really can't go wrong here in terms of like who you pick, but I'm picking Pete as my defensive tackle. Pete.
Peg leg Pete?
Peg leg. Well, whichever. Who's the one that didn't have regular?
The one from the Mickey Mouse cartoons, right?
Yeah. Well, because.
Yeah, Pete. Love that. Love that.
Well, I thought he didn't have a peg, or was that the older one? The older one.
Yeah. Well, they're both the same character.
Okay.
They one sometimes he has a peg.
I mean,
leg,
peg leg
sometimes he
looks
doesn't,
cooler,
but Pete.
but yes, picking Pete is my defensive tackle. Pete's a classic character. He's gigantic. He will not move at all if you try to move him. My comp, Vita Vea. That's who I think of.
I was about to say
He-
Vita Vea,
he-
a Jordan Davis type.
Yes, Vita Vea, Jordan Jade. And also, like, let's be honest. If you look up a pic of him, the first pic you see, it's him in an overall, a peg leg, and he has gigantic hands and hair. Like, so much hair. He doesn't need padding. He will go on the football field. He doesn't need padding. He's built to be a defensive tackle. And if you get him mad, don't even get in his way. He will have steam rolling out his ears, and he will charge at you. He will bull rush you. Like, unstoppable. Like, think of Vita Vea running at you like 100 miles an hour. You want that? You want to match up against that? It's like crazy.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yes, Pete, defensive tackle number 1. That's my pick.
I love that pick. But I love the run stopper type of defensive tackle, but what I also love is somebody who is a run stopper's best friend, and that's a pass rusher. With defensive tackle.
I'm gonna guess you're gonna pick.
I am going.
End. Oh boy, here we go.
No. Defensive tackle.
Yo.
I'm going defensive
You're
tackle.
taking tackle.
Although he is more of a defensive end. He could bump outside if the scheme really desires him.
This-
I'm going Kronk.
Oh,
Emperor's New Groove.
no, man. I wanted him.
The poison for goose. Goose goes the poison.
Oh, no.
Squeakity, squeak.
That's a
Kronk?
good. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Kronk's a good one.
Empire's
Kronk, you are a childhood favorite of mine, and it's so good to have you on the team. He is diverse in so many things. Squirrel knowledge. He's strong. He's able to carry people and their
Not to mention he is an iconic
full
meme.
tents on his back. He's a meme machine. He's our Jordan Mailata of the group. He'll be able to bring the energy,
I like the
especially in the
Eagles
off season.
I like the Eagles comp. That was good.
Just personality wise, he'll be able to bring the energy.
I like that. All right. So that's your pick, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. You know what? With my next pick, I'm gonna also go another defender. I'll work on the offense in a bit, but what do we talk about in the AFC North, Matt? You got to have elite defense, yes. And in the spirit of defense, what does the AFC North usually have that's good on defense?
T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett ends.
Defensive ends, right? So, they're all-stars. They're superstars. So, I'm going to take a defensive end. And for my defensive end, I'm going to pick from The Lion King. I'm going to pick...
Animals.
I'm going to pick Scar.
Scar, defensive
Scar,
end?
defensive end.
Okay.
Yes. So hear me out. when you look at Scar, right? He has a scar on his eye, whatever. He looks very rough. He's menacing. And he commanded hyenas. And hyenas are vicious. Scar is also very vicious. Like, do we remember what happened in the movie? He destroyed Simba's father. He threw him off the cliff. He's ruthless. He has no regard for life. And I want someone on the edge that will literally take it to the tackle with no regard. He might draw some penalties here and there. He might be a little out of sorts, but if he shorts that up, elite edge rusher. Elite. Too speedy, too fast. He can get around you, he can duck, and he got claws. Although, he probably can't use claws on the football field. But he can still get around you. That's the main reason. I like his elusiveness and his speed. And he can race and he can run after the quarterback.
I love this analysis. It's usually everything you want in an edge. And in the spirit of that, in the spirit of everything you want in an edge, for my 5th pick, I'm also going end. For my left end, king of mentality himself, Gaston.
No way.
Gaston. This man, a human, whose diet regimen of 5 dozen eggs a day.
Oh boy.
That's one insane. Everything I want, right? He's pure athleticism. But when we talk about mentality, this man saw a picture of a 8-foot-tall beast person and said, "He's mine. I get to fight him. Nobody else gets to fight him. I get to fight him."
Can we also talk about his physique?
And did he lose? Yes. Sometimes we lose.
Yeah.
All right? But that mentality, he's not afraid of anything. He'll go up against the left tackle, and he'll destroy.
I like this pick. As you said, he is relentless. He is he has the mindset of somebody that will never give up. And as an edge rusher, you will get stopped at points, but if you continue to push and push, eventually you're going to get through. Only the most elite offensive line could stop you forever. But in the football field, you can't really be stopped forever. And also, let's take a look at this man's physique. He's got biceps for days. He's flexing. He's posing. He also has swag. Like, not only does Matt have strong players, they have swag. Can we just appreciate this for a second? Matt's team has swag. I want to give him praise.
Cobra Bubbles.
Gaston. Come on. Cobra Bubbles.
You already
Gaston.
know Luke Skywalker is head to toe in his swag robes.
Oh, dude, and he has, especially if he's all black, that's sharp. That fit is sharp. So here, all right. You got your pick. All right, you got your, what is it? Your defensive end. Is that your left or right end? I guess it doesn't matter.
That's my left end.
Left end. Not a bad pick. All right. Well, in order to, fill out the spirit.
But now it's your turn.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sorry, there's some drilling going on in the background and my Wi-Fi is going out. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can edit it. Hopefully it's not picking it up, but we'll see. Anyway.
Little bit of technical issues. All
2015.
right, Brandon. After those technical difficulties, we're back with your 6th pick.
All right. For my 6th pick, I'm still staying defense. But who am I picking as my other end? Tarzan.
No!
Tarzan is my other end to complete the left and right sides. So, you guys know Tarzan. Well, let's start off with his physique. Bro swings in the jungle straight on vines. He doesn't need any assistance. Absolutely nothing. He literally lives in the jungle. He has upper body strength for days. And it's not just that. He can be very sneaky. And he's very good with hand. Think about an edge rusher, right? What do you want? Strong, sneaky, aggressive, hand fighting, and leverage. He can provide you all that. He's literally a jungle hunter. And he's very, very great physique. And let's not forget, he has instincts from when he picked up his time in the jungle. Now that's going to serve him well in terms of reading the blockers and able to pick his side to rush on. Because he can do swim, he can do sweep, he can knock your hand away. Tarzan. my other end. He is what I think T.J. Watt is. T.J. Watt is Tarzan. They even start the same letter. I could be reaching there, but that's just my pick.
Shut up. What a reach. Tarzan was gonna go. I had him at wide receiver, but he was my number one wide receiver on the board. So I'm very annoyed with that. But love the pick at edge rusher. Pretty good. Really like a Nick Bosa type of physique right there.
Most kind of player. Yes. Agree with that.
Yeah, that's a good pick. It's a really good pick. It's really tough to follow that one though. Do I go D? Do I go O? And I think we're gonna have to go with maybe the best raw talent on the board.
Oh boy. On the board.
This man, time and time again, proves that he is enough. Give me Hercules out of Mount Olympus.
Slipped through.
At tight end.
Tight end. Now that
Tight end.
is pinnacle.
Now, it might be ridiculous to draft the tight end this early, but Hercules is that special of a player.
He has a big heart. He's very strong. Quite literally,
Never gives up.
quite literally goes against those Titans. Like, he single-handed... Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know who Hercules pins me?
The
he pins
moment
me.
is never
He
too big.
You know what he pins me as? It's Gronk. Best tight end ever. He has the potential to be the best tight end ever. He's very much like Gronk. He's very strong, very fast.
A Gronk?
Now,
I like that Gronk.
he doesn't have the mental instability of Gronk. But
So a better
he's
Gronk.
basically a
better
polished,
prospect.
better Gronk, yes.
A polished Gronk.
I might be shunning Gronk a little bit, but that's also because he was on the Patriots and I dislike the Patriots very much. Yes, I'm a hater. But man, that's Hercules. That was a good pick. I really wish I thought of that. I really wish you didn't take.
Oh, you didn't even think about
Well,
it?
I wouldn't put him at tight end. I was gonna put him at either receiver or, hear me out, strong safety. But it's okay.
Ooh. I got a good idea for strong safety. Don't you worry
I
about
bet
that.
you do. But it's okay. We're gonna figure out our next pick here. To be fair, we're at
Seventh round.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna pick my QB this time. I'm gonna go with a very, very technical genius here. Now, I'm not sure who you could be brainstorming that, but I want you to tell me if you thought of this guy or not.
My initial thought is technical genius. You think of Tony Stark.
Technical genius, well, kind of along those lines, but going Hero from Big Hero 6.
Oh.
So he's not the biggest guy in the field. He pins me. He pins me as a Drew Brees. Small quarterback, but very like a very good. Like, he has a decent arm, but he's very smart. He's very smart. He's very adaptable. He built a mini robot that went toe to toe with some bigger robot. Like, as a kid, like he has the mind of a genius. Like, in terms of processing on the field, he can read the routes, he can read the lanes, read the passing lanes, and then he can also make adjustments if needed.
He may not be the most athletic guy on the field, but he'll be the smartest
He would
guy.
be the smartest guy in the field. He has a very good brain. And in all honesty, if you don't have like the physical attributes and you can make it up with your mental, it's just as good. My opinion, just as good.
If you put the right system around Hero, you'll get some positive results.
Positive results.
I don't hate that pick. If you're creating the culture and the system that will uplift him, less about grit and probably more about mental fortitude, I like it. I like it. Especially, I took my quarterback 5 rounds ago. You were able to get Hero in round 7. I don't hate that.
I like to pick.
Now, let me think. All right, I got you. What's Hero's brother's creation?
Baymax. Oh man, I was gonna pick him. I like Baymax.
Baymax is my center.
Oh, he's your center. Ooh, okay.
This guy can absorb the pass rush.
He's very spongy.
All right, and then what a spongy
Very
guy.
spongy guy.
And then he'll knock you on your butt, and he'll stand over you, and he'll say, "Can I help you? Can I give you any assistance?" This guy is the epitome of everything you want out of a selfless offensive lineman, because he's not going to get any of the praise. Right? He's an offensive lineman, but he'll still do it day after day after day. Baymax, center.
He pretty much pins me as a little bit like Jason Kelce a little bit. Like, he's very likable. Number one, he's very likable. Very likable. But he also, he may not be, like, the biggest or strongest guy, but he stands his ground. Jason Kelce stood his ground, even though he was coming out of college, like, undersized for a center, but he stood his ground. Best center of all time, in my opinion, too. I mean, that's a lot of people.
Baymax is sized. All right, he doesn't have that problem, but I understand your comp. He absorbs it. He will stand there. You ain't knocking Baymax.
Like, have you ever seen a game where Jason Kelce doesn't have tape on his finger? Or on his arm?
No,
he always. Like, Baymax will absorb it.
Baymax had tape on him. Baymax had tape on him. Good points.
I know. This is crazy. All right.
I love this game. This is a fun game.
All right. So here's the thing. So we got a lot of defense to cover, but I'm feeling my offense right now. So I'm gonna draft my wide receiver here.
I need a wide receiver.
We all need wide receivers. Now, like any good quarterback, you need a wide receiver to catch the ball. You can't have him being all brick for hands. So here's the thing. I want my deep threat. And I want someone that has reliable hands. I am going to pick from Tangled Flynn Rider.
Flynn
Rider. He is not the tallest guy, but he is a very fast and nimble guy. He's very zippy. If you've watched Tangled, you know he literally runs.
He dodges and dips and dives.
Yes, exactly why I liked him. Now, there were other people I wanted. Hercules, but even though I said I was gonna put him at the defense, but Flynn Rider, he's very fast. He's based on my deep threat. Think of him like Tyreek Hill. Runs past everyone. That's who I kind of wanted here. Like, height aside, he's fast. He dashes. His name is Flynn Rider. Remember, he will be a Tyreek Hill kind of talent on the field, in my opinion.
Tyreek Hill. I don't know about the comp, but I appreciate the pick.
Smooth.
I love the pick of Flynn Rider. I have other characters from Tangled on my draft board, but I don't have Flynn Rider. Just, it's not the way I thought, but that's a good pick. I like that pick a lot. That's a good pick. But you going offense makes me want to go defense. Because you just picked a receiver, so I don't think... Because I was going to go receiver, but I don't think you're going to pick receiver again. So, to go up against Flynn Rider, I will pick my corner. And as much as you like Flynn Rider, son, you might be cooked.
Oh boy, here we go.
My lockdown corner. Fighter of the Hun herself.
Oh, I had her for something else, man. Dang it.
She is my lockdown corner. My Quintanamo Bay. Quinyon Mitchell.
Oh, I love
Not my slot corner, so not my Cooper DeJean, but my Quinyon Mitchell.
Interesting.
Cornerback. Out of China. The China Leagues. Mulan. To lock up Flynn Rider. What do you think about that?
I just want to point out that at least with Mulan, she's very smart. Like, she she might be able to pick up, like, what you're even doing before you even think of it. Like, she can anticipate. She has a very good reads to anticipate. And also, in terms of, like, sticking with Flynn, I think she's fast enough to even stand. Now, could also be if she can... Now, can she also make the dives that Flynn does? Can she be just as slippery?
You'd think so, you know? Like, she attacks the Hun, she saves China. You'd assume this, and her heart is amazing.
Athleticism.
You know, and she's able to disguise herself, you know, in any defensive scheme. You know, she was able to trick the entire army into thinking she was a man.
She's very tricky.
Her disguise ability is amazing.
I like that pick. All right. So, in order to fill out the tackle spot, we're going with, what can I say except you're welcome?
Maui. That's such a
Maui
good pick.
from... So,
That's such a good pick.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, love him. Gotta love him. You know, but that's Maui. Maui is a very burly dude, has a ton of tattoos. So right on brand with, like, Troy Faltani from the Steelers. Tattoos, Hawaiian, Polynesian. Yes. Very easy comp. Okay, he might not be like that, but I like Maui. Maui, he's very funny too. So in terms of, like, having a good time, he's very funny, laid back. He can bring
Big locker
room guy. Brings everybody together. But he also holds it down for his QB. He'll hold it down. He has that giant hook. I mean, obviously you can't use those on the football field, but he just looks like a dude that you don't want to mess with. And that's why I picked him.
This guy's old. You know, he's a few thousand years
Veteran.
old. He'll be able to provide that veteran presence on that O-line and give Hero, your quarterback, some well-needed mentorship. You know, Hero's a young cat. You know, be able to protect him, keep him in this league for like 15 years, that's nice.
Exactly.
I like that a lot. That's nice. All right. This is probably one of my favorite picks in this draft. And you may be all way about it, but I think this might be the biggest project guy, the guy with the highest ceiling.
Highest ceiling.
All right.
Project. Okay. Let's hear it.
At right end, Donald Duck.
Oh, Duck. Oh, man.
Donald
He is a
Duck. Don't get this guy angry.
It is a project, though.
This guy, when he is PO'd,
Mm.
will do everything in his power to destroy. This guy is a temper tantrum waiting to happen. This guy fights his way through anything. You don't want to be in the way of Donald Duck. All right? And he's small, he's nimble, he'll get under your legs, right through you, to the quarterback. Give me Donald Duck all the way, right in.
I like that pick. I know you said he's a project, but he has the potential to be one of the best of the best. Especially if you get him angry, he will not let up. And for both...
He might not be effective in the first quarter, but come the third, when you've pissed him off, I pity the fool.
Pity the fool. I hear you, man. All right. Well, interesting pick for the right end. I like that. All right. My next pick. So, you have your cornerback, right? You have your cornerback. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me go with someone from Zootopia. Judy Hopps.
Judy
Hopps. So the reason being, right? She graduated from the police academy. She has that so she can read body language. She can make educated guesses about what the offense can do. And not only that, she's a bunny. She's a rabbit. She's fast. I mean, with those, though, it's like she might not have a lot of energy by the time she's done running, but she is very quick when she needs to be. Now, not only that, because I think she can lock down any wide receiver one in the field, anyone, just from pure grit, technique, and being able to read the body language of it. Like, I don't know who else you could pick for this position. I know you said Mulan. That's a very close. I would put them two like towards the top of my list in terms of lockdown corners.
Ooh. Judy, I like the Judy Hopps pick. Now, if you literally when you were saying a Tyreek Hill comp, I was like, oh, it's gonna be Judy Hopps.
Yeah.
It ended up not being Judy Hopps, but I like it. We have a lot of small characters in the Disney universe, all right, and not all those characters can make up for that with their incredible hoppability.
Exactly. Good pun.
Right, Judy Hopps. She got bunny.
She
She
can
a
jump.
bunny.
She can jump a little bit.
She can hop.
Mhm.
She makes up for that.
Exactly.
I like it. I don't hate that pick at all. Don't hate that pick. That's a good pick. Now, let me fill out the cornerback room.
Oh,
All right?
finishing up here.
Do I need a wide receiver? Yeah, but shut up. All right? With my cornerback on the other side, let me get the boy who will never grow up. Peter
What?
Pan.
What?
Peter Pan. I need Peter Pan. This guy will be a franchise staple. He'll never grow old. He'll never retire. Peter Pan will be able to be my lockdown corner. Now, he's got a maturity issue. This guy's got to grow up a little. But he never will. Right? He'll always be that kind of cancer in the locker room. He'll always be. But as long as we surround him with other stuff, with other good mentality people, we'll be able to do that. But you need that guy. On the field, you need that talker. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. These people that will get in your head. He'll call you out. They'll call you names like Codfish. Classic Peter Pan quote.
Interesting.
All right? This guy, Peter Pan, he might be a little immature, but this guy is freaky athletic. All right? He'll lock you down. He locks down the cunningest of pirates. All right? Franchise staple, Peter Pan.
The fact that he will never age is unfair. Like you will have him forever.
Right?
He's your franchise. He's your forever player, franchise player.
Everyone else will grow up. He won't.
Be a kid forever. But that just means he'll be able to take in what everyone else knows over time.
Mm-hmm.
Unlimited potential. That is limitless potential right there. Very good pick. I like it.
And the fact that I got him in the 10th,
He slipped through.
he's a bit of a project
Slipped through
guy.
the cracks a little bit. Slipped through the cracks. All right. Oh. So let's focus on the guards here. Let's focus on the guards.
Ooh, guards. This is the first guard picked in the
It's a
draft.
little late in my personal taste because I would have built out the line at this point, but there were other positions of need, and you kind of pick some people up. So we're gonna pick from the Mulan universe. Li Shang, the boy, the commander.
Okay.
Li Shang. So
Great.
who do I compare him to? Who do I compare him to? Like a Zach Martin kind of guy. Really like Zach Martin. He could be a franchise guard. He's very strong, very persistent, very upstanding, and he has a lot of leadership. Also, he's battle tested because he's been in battle so long. Very disciplined. He can probably recognize the blitz and he can adjust to the crowd. That's the main reason why I picked him.
I tell you, I was scared when you said Mulan because I have a Mulan character that I'm about to pick
And who are you going to pick, my friend?
for defensive tackle. Shan Yu, the villain. of
You're going to pick the
Mulan.
villain? Oh, man. For your defensive tackle?
Defensive tackle. This man
The Hun?
invades. This guy invades. He will invade that offensive line. He'll get through it. All right? And just because you lose once doesn't mean you'll lose forever. This guy's insane. He'll be able to infiltrate your offensive scheme and come out and get that quarterback or stuff that run. He gets through the Great Wall of China.
Just through the Great Wall of China. Do you have to remember what happened in the movie?
The Great
Do you have to
Wall.
remember what happened in the movie? Did Mulan stop him? And you have Mulan. You
No.
have
Forget about
Mulan
it.
as your quarterback too. Man,
I believe if I put the right talent around him.
you can. Yeah, that's true. I got you, man. I got you.
All right, this is the second half of the draft now that we're beginning. This is where all the stars become diamonds.
All right, here we go. So, we haven't picked yet. We haven't picked a quarterback two. I'm gonna pick my quarterback two here. From the universe of Aladdin. Aladdin. He's my quarterback two.
Cornerback
He's my
two?
quarterback two.
I like it.
So, Aladdin, right? He's going to rely. He's very slippery. He's very agile. He's very fast too. Like, you need fast corners in this game. You need fast corners, and I know Matt hasn't picked any receivers yet, but I need them to be fast at least to prepare for whoever he picks. And he also knows how to bait QBs. He's very tricky in that regard. He can bait QBs, and the evidence of it. What do we see him do at the Palace? He dodged the guards. He has great hips, great hip work.
Great. That's what you need.
You need him to be especially balanced. Like, he's very balanced. That's also the reason why I picked him.
I don't hate this pick at all. I love this pick. I think this is a fantastic pick. In that same regard, I'm going to pull my right guard
Your right guard.
out of the same movie franchise. Give me the Genie at right guard.
Oh.
This guy is huge, right? Even when he comes down to size, which he does in the movie. This guy's huge.
Remind
Right?
me who?
The Genie.
Okay. I like that pick.
This is nice.
He's also very,
It's a good pick.
it's very round too.
You
Very
know?
round.
That's why I think he's good as a guard. Now, was he the first on my mind? No. The answer was the first on my mind was James P. Sullivan
Yeah.
for
I
right
had to
guard.
pick him for you.
But the Genie will do very well at right guard, I think. You pair him up with Baymax and Mr. Incredible, I don't know if anyone's getting through that right line.
It's definitely be a tall order. Not a lot of people come to mind, and at least you have a chance of breaking through. Not a lot. All right. Well, you seem to have almost all of your line, but I'm gonna fill it.
Yeah, I'm just missing left
You're
guard.
missing left guard. So here's who I'm gonna pick for left guard. You ever seen the Goofy movie?
I have
An
seen
extremely goofy movie.
it. I have not seen it. Extremely.
Okay, well, we're going with Tank from that movie. We're going with Tank.
Tank? Who's Tank?
If you look up Tank, just look at the pictures of Tank. I want you to describe to me what comes to mind.
Tank, extremely goofy movie.
Who-
Oh my god.
Look at him. He looks like a tank.
Oh my God.
He looks like a tank. And also,
This guy was made to be a guard.
he's built to be a guard. Yes. Now, in my opinion, he's a smaller version of Pete, maybe a less dominant, but size-wise,
Mhm.
guard prototype is a
He
guard.
screams
He just is a
guard.
guard. He's my left guard. I don't need to look at anything else. He just looks like a guard. Comp over.
Comp
Comp
over.
over.
Enough said. Enough said. All right. Well, I like it. I really do. But I think it's about time we stop messing up.
We're missing
All right.
one.
It's time. It's time for Matt Sweeney to pick a wide receiver.
Oh, he's finally going receiver. After all this time.
I know.
All this time.
And this guy might be. We've been talking about how my team has swag. This guy might have the most swag
Swag.
on the team. And that says a lot. There's a lot of swag on this team already.
Mhm.
Give me, out of the Incredibles, Frozen.
Oh no! I wanted Frozen for something else. Dang it!
Frozone. Give me Frozone.
God, why you gotta pick all the cool characters, man?
We're a cool team. We're a cool franchise.
team. Oh man, sorry for that loud banging.
He is cool.
Oh my gosh.
Get it?
Yeah.
He is.
No,
cool.
they're doing construction at my apartment. Sorry, they're smashing
that's fine,
stairs.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Classic.
we'll edit it out.
Classic
We'll edit
stair
it out.
smashers.
We'll edit it out.
That, I mean, Frozone, enough said. He's an athletic guy, a superhero. You know, he might have a little problem finding his jersey on game day. Where is my super suit? But at the end of the day, you know, he comes to show. He shows up. You know, my comp, Chad Ochocinco.
Chad. Oh, snap. I actually didn't think of that comp. Chad was very, how do we put it? Flashy. What did he do? Did he front flip it in? So was that him that front flipped? Yeah.
I think so. But, you know, that's what he's like. You know, and that screams Frozone to me. And I'm happy to bring him in as my wide receiver.
Good pick, man. Good pick. I like the comp too. Chad Ochocinco. Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a minute. Where is he at these days? Where is Chad Ochocinco these days?
I think he's commentating. Oh, no. He's a Madden ratings adjuster.
Ratings adjuster. Okay.
Yeah, it's like one of his things.
I got you.
In the 14th round.
The 14th round. My pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Man, you taking Frozone really threw off my draft plan now. All right.
Good, because you were doing that to me a little earlier.
I know. All right. Let's go. You know what? I feel like maybe you should get a free safety or a quarterback here. Although I do want to get my second wide receiver. We need someone with hands. We need someone with reliable hands. And who has very sticky hands? Spider-Man.
No! I totally
Spider-Man has hands. And not only does Spider-Man have hands, he is very athletic, he is very slippery, he's very twitchy, he can dodge and weave between defenders, and he has incredible hops. Incredible hops. And he knows how to use his momentum to put himself in position to catch the ball. My comp.
What an
I
amazing
know.
pick.
Now, it's possible that he can move around. He could probably be the one if he wanted, but one I usually pick is my deep threat, but two is my reliable hands guy, Spider-Man.
What a good pick. Love that pick. Dang. I wish I had thought of Spider-Man. That's great. Do you have an NFL comp for him?
Who has sticky hands in the league, but is also very small?
Who?
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae
Ooh.
Smith. Physically,
Smith
if you
doesn't
look at
stick in
Spider-Man, he's not very bulky, and he's also he's kind of thin. Well, not really thin, but he's firm. And Devontae Smith, over time, like when he first came in the league, I thought he was too small, but he's bulked up a little bit. I've seen him. That's my comp. Physically, that's my comp.
I like it. I like this comp. I think it's great.
And Smith has hands.
Spider-Man.
Smith has
wow.
hands. Smith
That's
has
nice. He does. Sometimes he catches stuff, and I'm like, how did you catch that at all? But that's nice. For a wide receiver, that's nice. We're going to go down to middle linebacker.
Linebacker.
All right? And we're going... Now, she doesn't have the green dot. All right? This person will not have the green dot. That's going to go to our next linebacker.
Ooh.
But this person's going to be good on the stop and the run, maybe even blitzing. I like it. Give me Merida out of Scotland.
You said who? Sorry. My bad.
Merida from Braid.
Okay.
Do you know who that is? Did you see Braid?
Is she the archer?
Yeah, the archer.
Sorry, no, they're literally smacking the stairs. They're smacking the stairs. Like, I'm right next to a stairwell, just for the viewers or the listeners. I'm right next to a stairwell, and they're doing work around the complex, like renovations. So they're just doing it now. Of course, when we're doing a podcast, unfortunately.
Everyone always does stuff to inconvenience us. But yeah, Merida, middle linebacker, she's not going to have the green dot. All right, she's not the leader of this defense. She's not calling out the plays. She's there to kind of just be determined and crazy.
Okay.
All right, but that's what I want from her. You know, that's what I want. She's going to be shooting down running backs. That's what I want.
I like that pick. Intercepts the ball, intercepts the runners, reads the routes. Like it. Very, very sharp eye too. Very sharp.
That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. Well, that's going to conclude my 14th pick.
All right. I need to pick a linebacker now because I just completely disregarded that position. So, as my middle linebacker, not green dot though, because in the
Oh, you're not. This isn't a green dot
in
either.
the spirit of run stopping, Drax.
You're coming up with such
Drax.
good-
Drax is the run stopper middle linebacker. So he has the physical, like from a physicality standpoint, personality, instincts, and physical frame. Yes, everything you want. He brings the heat. He has a motor. He can take hits and give hits, and also he's very intimidating. He will scream at you before the play even starts. He'll just scream just to try to scare you. Now, obviously, like his cons, he's not very smart, so reading the offense would be a challenge. Like falling for fakes would be a challenge for him. And also, he could be a liability in terms of like pass coverage. He's mainly there to run stop. We can make up for it though with my middle linebacker if Matt doesn't pick him. Yeah, so liability coverage, but we can make up for that. He's a see the ball, you hit him. He Cam Chancellor kind of guy. I know, although Cam was very smart though, but in terms of like physicality, Cam.
Well, I like that pick. You know, I mean, good analysis. You know, his head will sometimes be in the clouds, but you know, he might be a liability in the pass coverage. But when it comes to the run stuffing, you know, you could definitely see him being an elite at that position. All right. I think I'm going to have to go with my slot receiver here. All right. Because I feel like I can get my other receiver.
Slot receiver?
Later. But my slot receiver. We're going to go Moana.
Oh.
Now,
Oh my
this girl,
gosh.
she's insane.
She's gigantic.
She's good. You know, Polynesian. You know, a real Puka Nakua.
Great pick. Puka Nakua.
I like this
crazy
comp.
cop. I like
Right?
that.
She's small, nimble. I think one heck of a route runner. I think she knows the way. All right? And with the ocean to guide her, she knows it. Now, she might have a little trouble going up against Maui. You know, that's her friend and all. But I think she'll be able to. She'll clear her head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she'll be good. Now that she's practically a god now. In the second movie, I'm pretty sure she became a god, but whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, Moana was somewhat on my board, but not for slot receiver. She was somewhere else, but it's okay. We'll have to make up with it later. But I do want to shore up and complete my linebacker core.
Okay. 2 linebackers back to back. Okay.
2 linebackers back to back. So think of this. I want you to paint a picture. I want to paint a picture. Think Luke Kuechly size, Ray Lewis demeanor, but a Bill Belichick brain. Who would come to mind?
For a Disney character?
For a Disney character. I mean, it's very tricky. It could be anybody, but once I say who it is, maybe.
All right, tell me.
Maybe it's okay if you don't. But for wearing the green dot, coordinated defense, Thanos.
Thanos.
Now, I know he lost in the game. I know he lost.
He initially
but
won.
He initially won. Yeah, initially he won. He is built... Let's just go over physically. He's built like a tank. He's like... Let's think like Ray Lewis and Aaron Donald mixed together. Like, that's a monster. Thanos is a monster. And he would literally, like... He would be immensely, like, destructive in terms of run blocking. Run blocking, easy. But it doesn't mean he goes in recklessly like Drax. Drax wouldn't has his head in the clouds. Thanos, he's very calculated.
He's probably
Think about
the
Infinity
most
War,
calculated.
when he was getting all the Infinity Stones. Yes, the most calculated character so far. Like, he observes. Over time, he processes. He prepares. He had a plan in Infinity War. I think when he's commanding the defense, he'll have a plan, and he also has his buddies. Remember, he commanded all of his minions. He's a leader. He's a field general. He is a literal monster for a middle linebacker. He's also very versatile too. I feel like you could put him on outside too if you really need to.
I like it. I like this pick a lot.
Middle linebacker.
Thanos was somebody that really came to mind, but I had a lot of troubles trying to get around the locker room issues. I feel like every time we interviewed him for a pre-draft visit, he'd always be like, you could do the same job with like half the people here, and I'd be like, dude, you gotta stop saying that.
He would be. He is our cancer in the locker room, but his talent you cannot ignore. You cannot ignore his talent. There are sacrifices to be made, and this is one of them, at least for this team.
So, I'm gonna switch minds back over to the offense, and we're gonna fill out the running back position. We're gonna go.
Running back.
I haven't filled out my running back yet.
Who's the pick? Who's the pick that I picked your backup for? Who's the pick?
Stitch.
Oh,
Stitch.
man.
This guy is nimble, quick. This guy will be able to juke you out like no other. Athleticism is off the charts. This guy, Stitch. Put the ball in his hands. It's probably going to the house 80% of the time. You won't be able to tackle him. He'll get out of dog pots.
I remember watching Stitch as a kid, Brandon. Like, he was my hero growing up. He's just fun, lighthearted, didn't take anything too seriously. But when he was moving, dodged everybody, was very mischievous, gets away with things like... Oh, man, Stitch. Brings back memories.
Big name.
Big
name. Surprised he fell to the 16th round.
I'm going to be honest. I was so fixated on Dash that I didn't... Stitch wasn't really
Dash was a good one, though.
There.
I like the Dash pick. We value Stitch more. We really did. We were happy when Dash was set.
Interesting, man. Oh, Stitch.
No offense to Dash. We know he's listening
changer.
out there, but
he's a game changer.
We just liked him more. Better prospect, in our opinion. We wish him the best, though.
Oh man! All right. Well, we still got.
I think it's the last
five.
Last five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, last 6. Sorry.
That's all right. All right. Let's see. Tight end.
You haven't
right?
picked tight end yet. No.
Yeah. All right. You know who just came to mind? From Frozen.
Oh. Kristoff. Ooh. Kristoff. That's a good one. Little stocky guy. He can do some damage.
So, when you look at him, he looks very outdoorsy, right? Like, from not really the sticks, but he look like he'd be like in the woods. Like, he comes from the woods. He's outside. He's muscular. He's big. He's really built like a blocker. So, in terms of why he works, so he's used to hard labor. So he would on the football field, it'd be nothing new to him. He can take hits. He has very great hands. Very great hands. You need reliable hands if you're a tight end, especially in short yardage situations. My comp for him.
I was
George
just
Kittle.
about to say George Kittle.
George Kittle.
Great
George Kittle.
comp. Yeah.
And plus he's a great guy. Like George is such is likable dude. He's very likable, but he's also very tough, and he's humble, and he loves to take on contact. Like watching tape of George Kittle, Kristoff, I think if you overlap them two, wouldn't see a difference. Very, very similar play style, and I like that play style.
I dare say, maybe higher ceiling than George Kittle. They're drafted around the same
he has
level.
the potential.
You know?
And George Kittle was very underrated coming out.
Just like Kristoff, I think. I mean, hell, he went in the 17th round.
And now he's first team All-Pro, George Kittle.
Not Super Bowl champion,
this year,
though.
But he was not a Super Bowl champion. No. The team was not good enough for that.
I don't think either of us have picked a safety.
All right, man.
So
no,
I'm
we
going to take
haven't.
the first safety off the board.
Going free safety or strong safety, though?
And we're thinking this guy, he's an animal. We're taking the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. This guy is insane. The animalistic mentality is what we look for in a defensive player, especially coming down from the safety position, knock that ball free. All right, he may get a few calls for hitting a defenseless player, but you know what? We're going to pay the fines. You know? We love this guy that much.
I didn't think... Man, Beast slipped my mind, man. I'm sorry to say, he slipped my mind, but after you taking him, I can see it.
We love the
man.
Beast. Comp, maybe Brian Dawkins.
Brian Dawkins is a beast.
We love it. We love this guy. Very happy that he slid this way, but it's just how the draft went.
I'm so torn now because that was such a good pick, man. I like that. For strong safety, too. And that's an important position to play. Oh, man. Okay. So, you picked your strong safety. All right. You know what? I need to figure out who my slot receivers would be. Who would be a good slot receiver? So I have Flynn, deep threat, Spider-Man for my reliable hands, slot receiver. Now, gadget-wise, could be a little gadget guy, but, this one was a very clutch role, especially if the two are covered. I might have to go with someone else from Zootopia again, man. I might have to. I might have to go with someone else from Zootopia. I don't know why he keeps popping in my mind, but Nick Wilde. The fox.
Really turned his life around at the end of that movie. Became a cop.
He did. Now, the reason why, right? As you said, rebuilt his life. So, if the team ever gets down in the dumps, he's not going to sulk. He's not going to sit and wallow. He's gonna help rally the team a little bit. Now Maui might keep the team up good spirits, but in terms of rallying the team, Nick could be there to pretty much bring everybody up, because he knows that the only way up from being all the way down is just keep going. You got to keep pushing. Got to be relentless. You got to not get down. He's also very slim. He's very agile. Also very twitchy. As you can see, there's a theme here with my receivers. Well, most of them twitchy. And he can sell those double moves. Route runnings are there. You know why I pick him? You know why I pick him as? You know why I think him as? Because Cooper Kupp. Route running. Cooper Kupp's a very good route runner. Nick has the potential to be a Cooper Kupp kind of guy.
I don't hate that comp.
He may not be the route runner right now, but he has the potential to be a very dangerous route runner.
I like it.
Over time.
I really do. He could be very dangerous, in his route running. He may not be the fastest guy, but his route running, his ability to juke, gets open. There we go. Now, it's funny you mention your slot receiver, because now I'm picking my slot corner. All right? Somebody who will be able to chase...
To counter Nick.
Nick Wilde. like she chases her dream of seeing the lanterns. Give me Rapunzel.
Rapunzel?
She's adaptable.
Oh, man.
Able to kidnap your Flynn Rider.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I gotta give you that one, man.
Alright?
Oh.
Even after she cuts off her hair, she's able to prove why she's a great character. You know, really be able to command, to lead. You know, she is the definition of a locker room personality. It's what you want. And her on the field stuff, she may not be an elite slot corner, but she's, you know, she fell to the 18th. You know? All the way down. But she's... That's
Diamond in the rough kind
She's become an icon. She is able to only get better from here now that she's not locked in her tower. Right? She's a project. Right? But we're going to be able to coach her. We're going to be able to get her. And, you know, and she's going to have a lot of veteran presence, especially when... Because I don't think... I'm going to even say it. You know? Linebacker's going to be my next pick. And I know you're not going to be able to pick him. You're not picking him. Because you haven't done it. I'm telling you. I know it's your turn and all. You have a pick before me. But you're not picking.
I mean, I already feel
Exactly,
that
but you're not even going to
with
pick the
two
guy.
Marvel
You're
characters.
not even going to pick the guy. Because you could put him somewhere else, but you're not even going to pick him. You're not
man.
even going to think about him.
I got you.
Confident.
Let's see, because I'm gonna pick free safety.
Okay.
Pick free safety. So, in a free safety position, you need someone that has very good awareness, very good speed, very good instincts, and some hands. Hands always helps, but he also has to be a willing tackler. You watch
I
Treasure
have.
Planet, right? What do you think of Jim Hawkins?
That's
Free safety. Jim.
I
Think of
like
Jim.
it.
Jimmy.
I like it.
The Jimmy.
You know? I really don't know what his NFL comp would be, but I
So-
like this pick. You know?
He's kind of a weird one because he's not really like comparable in my opinion. Like he's a teen, right? So he's young. He's very young. Very young. He'll be around for a while. But he's very strong and he has good reflexes. And if you're a safety, if you're a free safety, you need to have good reflexes in order to play that position. And spatial awareness. And he's also used to danger. He can read situations on the fly too, and he can also make really smart decisions with the pressure. He's like Minka, I guess. Like Minka plays free safety really well. I wouldn't say he's exactly Minka because I feel like he'd be better, but Minka played the ball really well when he was playing free safety before we moved him because our defensive coach didn't want him to. And Minka's on the Steelers, if you guys didn't know. And I'm a Steelers fan, so.
Oh yeah, this is a
There's that guy
pod
for
for all the Disney dads out there who want to talk about Disney but wanted to be associated with football too.
That's okay.
So I love that pick. I really do. I really didn't think about him. Our camp, we didn't really have him on our draft board, but that's a really good one. You know, we just didn't think about him. We didn't see a lot of tape out of college, so you know we weren't really sure. But speaking of college, this guy was thrown out. This guy was thrown out of college.
Ooh.
Right. If I told you that we're picking a linebacker and this guy's going to be the green dot, what if I told you he was literally a green dot? Give me Mike Wazowski.
Mike
Give me
Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. This guy is insane.
Oh, shit.
This guy coaches up Sully. He's the brains of Sully. The best scarer in our time. All right? And he's nothing without Mike. Mike Wazowski, he's able to analyze what the offense has given him and give exactly what is needed. And he's always right. Why? Because he's Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski, always in the lab, studying. He's the first to walk into the facility and the last one to leave at night. He's a grinder.
I like that pick. He's not going to be the biggest guy on the field, but he's very smart. And you need to be smart to play that position. And what he makes up for in his physical standpoint is...
He's a physical liability.
He's very smart. He's a physical liability, but he has the physical presence around him on the defense to make up for it. There's enough there. There's enough there for him to sit back and do his job. I like that. I like that pick.
All right, it looks like it's our last 3, Brandon. Let's make them good. Diamonds in the rough.
All right.
Except you already picked Aladdin.
I know. Slot cornerback is my next pick. And from Peter Pan. Going Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. Now,
Tinkerbell.
interesting pick, because she's a tiny little fairy person.
She's a very tiny little fairy person. But, what do I say with all my players? Very twitchy. And she's very high energy.
Ooh.
Good attitude, too. And she's very reactive. She also has no fear. She's that player that's like, don't let the size fool you. She may not look like she can ball, but she can ball. So who's undersized? Who's undersized, like, in terms of like a safety or corner on the field? Like who's really undersized? Think like Tyrann Mathieu kind of.
He's
a
safety.
I know Tyrann Mathieu.
Vontae Maddox is
Safety,
small
but
slot corner, but you can be a little smaller when you're in a slot.
Yeah, you can be smaller in your slot. So that's why I picked
turned
her.
me on this. This is pretty nice. She brings the energy.
Yeah, my last 3 are defense. She does bring energy. That's, you need that on the back line because if everyone's getting a little like slow, like Drax can get sleepy. Like you need someone to like pick him up, and be like, hey,
Tinkerbell
you
can
gotta
do
go.
that. I think so. I think so. Speaking of high energy, this guy will bounce around the locker room. He'll bounce on the field. He's fun. And the most wonderful thing about him is that he's the only one. Give me Tigger. Give me Tigger as my wide receiver. Finishing out the wide receiver. Give me Tigger. Frozone, he'll be able to calm him down. And Moana be able to lead that room. But Tigger, man, the talent, it's amazing. It is oozing out of him. This guy jumps around the 100-acre woods like it's his playground, which it is. And that's what he's going to be like on the football field. Give me Tigger. NFL comp.
Man, I didn't.
NFL comp. Julian Edelman. Shifty.
Ooh.
Shifty. Underrated. Because Tigger, he could have easily gone undrafted. Just like Edelman.
I think so too. Like, he's very, he didn't fly on the radar as, like, someone we really wanted. He seemed like very much like a project. And he seemed very too carefree. Like, we wanted some people that had some viciousness to them. Tigger's very, very strong. Just didn't fit with our system. Just didn't fit with our system.
Last 2 picks, Brandon.
Oh. Yeah, defensive tackle and strong safety. Defensive
Yeah, I've
tackle.
left guard and free safety.
Who do I have to pair with Pete on the defensive line? Who do I pair with him? I think I know who I'm pairing with. I know. Star Wars.
Chewbacca. I had Chewbacca.
We're getting Chewbacca on the defensive tackle. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why Chewbacca? But let's just go off like physically. Very tall, very big. How tall are Chewies?
It's
Man, how
gotta
tall
be
are
like
Chewies?
Wookiees. Gotta be like 8 feet, 9 feet probably.
That's how you know I'm not a ball knower of Star Wars. I call them Chewies instead of Wookiees. My mind's not working today. I'm also really hungry. Also, let's get back to the topic at hand. He can control the line of scrimmage, just like Pete. I think they both could be menace in the trenches. He's elite strength. He's elite strength, elite size. He's like 7. He's probably like what, 6 feet, 7
He's
feet
tall.
between that. He's 300 pounds. He's tall. Yeah, he's tall.
Strength galore.
Strength galore. Yeah, like he. Darnell Washington. I know he plays tight end, but he's like
That's a
he's
size
kind of like
comp? I
Darnell
don't hate
Washington.
that size
I feel
comp.
like size comp. Like I know Darnell plays tight end, but he's very like lanky and muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Muscular. That's what I think, at least for Chewy. He's my second defensive tackle, and he's wide. Like he has very long reach. Like if you're trying to run through the lanes, he will reach and grab you.
I don't hate it, man.
It's the other thing.
All right, man. I'm going to go at free safety, Hades. From Hercules.
Whoa.
I know.
Okay.
But he's on fire right now. We're love that we're getting him at
It's on
21.
fire, yeah.
All right? We absolutely love it. This man, you know, he's a little... We have a few villains on this defense, you know? But
You have a few
I
villains.
think that's what you need. That's what you need
Some bad guys.
at defense. And at safety, I think this guy will bring a different kind of energy that the beast will kind of lack. You know, he'll bring the animal mentality, but Hades will be able to bring in that extra kick. You know, this defense is going to cause a lot of personal fouls.
I do like that. I like that analysis. You need some bad guys just to be enforcers, like enforcers on defense.
Brandon, give me your
I like
last
that.
pick.
I like that. For strong safety, I can't measure up with the beast, but you know what? We need someone that's fast and strong. Strong safety, you want someone that's fast and strong and can tackle really well. Give me Black
Panther. That's good.
Black Panther to finish it out. Leave Black Panther first. So he may not be like the best pick for this mission, but he's solid and he fits our system. Super quick. Super quick. He can tackle really well. He has very, very deceiving like distance. Like he can cover a wide distance in a very fast amount of time. And Black Panther, like, if you watch like Civil War and Black Panther, you know that he can literally like grapple and grab and just he can maneuver himself on the field.
I could see this guy getting maybe 20 interceptions in a season.
I know, and like the great thing about it is too, you could probably flip him and Jim around, do some schemes,
Kind of disguise it. Ooh,
disguise it.
Yeah,
Don't know
I
who's
think those
playing
two
who.
will work
Yeah.
really, really well together. You know, and especially because they were both such late round picks to fill out that safety room. I think it will be crazy the amount of productivity you'll get out of it. But to pick Mr. Irrelevant in our draft, I feel like we're all forgetting left guard out of Notre Dame, Quasimodo.
Ooh.
This guy, as soon as you think you've beaten him, boom, there's a hump. And you face plant into his hump. You're done. Quasimodo, left guard, might be the best. I think he was my starting left guard. Crazy how he got to this point in the draft. You know, thought he would have gone way earlier. Was considering taking him in the top 10 rounds. But we're happy we sat.
You just want to see how
We're
far
happy
he
he sat.
dropped.
We feel bad for him. We're going to take care of him. We're going to give him some money. But, you know, we are very happy to have him here on our team. I think Quentin Nelson.
Hunchback Notre
That's
Dame.
what I think when I think Quasimodo.
Quentin Nelson.
That's his ceiling.
And Quentin did have a little bit on his back. He had a little bit of stuff on his back.
So how do you feel?
Interesting comment.
How do you feel now that you have created your team? Do you are we thinking how many wins?
I will say the potential to get to the Super Bowl is there if we make a few changes on the roster. But as of right now,
10 plus
10
wins.
plus win team.
I feel like I'm definitely a playoff one. I think we're at least one
Yeah.
playoff win
Like-
team. You know, we're definitely making it to the divisional. Don't know about the conference. We'll see. But
In all honesty, it all depends on if our line meshes, because we have some interesting decisions we've made here. Like we have Wreck-It Ralph at tackle when he probably should have been a guard. I think Shang could have been actually the tackle instead, but it's okay. Maui will hold it down. I like Sully. he's that high energy center. He'll communicate well.
Yeah.
And then the defense. Like the defense is built with the intention of letting Black Panther and Jim Hawkins just survey and have Pete and Chewbacca just wreck up front. Like you want to have Pete and Chewbacca wreck up front. You want Scar and Tarzan to just run around the edges, get to the quarterback, force him out of position, and then make Jim and Black Panther intercept the ball. That's what this defense is built on.
Yeah. I'd probably say my weakest point is my linebackers. You know, I mean, Mike Wazowski, his mind, you know, is something. It's amazing, but you know, him and Merida, I really don't know if that's a winning combination. You know, but and then we hope Donald Duck can get to the passer, but you know that might not happen until the third or the fourth quarter. You know, we're really gonna have to win through our offense. You know, with I think maybe the best offensive line in the league. You know, and Luke Skywalker manning the helm, we could probably do it. You know, to see good success in this league, but just gonna see how that defense performs.
Like I said, man, defense is usually where you make or break, but if your offense is good enough to defeat all the top tier defenses, you have nothing to worry about. You gotta hold them to less points.
Straight.
That's how you win.
Well, the NFL draft is coming up tonight, or if I post this tonight, probably not. Then it will be tomorrow. Anyway, it's Thursday. We are very, very excited as Eagles and Steelers fans to see what we're going to do. But yeah, thank you very much, Brandon, for joining us. Down in the comments, tell us who had the better draft, if we missed a person that you would have drafted in this 22-round little fun thing.
I definitely missed it.
There are definitely some Marvel and Star Wars characters that we definitely could have added, but, you know, or I could have added at least. But, you know, I had so much fun. Thank you so much for doing this with me, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for inviting me out. It's been a long time since I've done something like this, and obviously, might not have the best roster, but it's the roster I built.
Give us a draft day grade down in the comments.
Draft day grade.
Tell us if you want us to do this with
boy.
any other sports like baseball, basketball, anything like that. But we're gonna say bye, and hope you have a good one. Enjoy the NFL draft.
Thanks, guys. Peace.